Hi, I see I've got two already. Who are yins? Hi, Grandpa. I'm doing awesome. I'm wanting to mention for anybody who gets on here and doesn't know how to do the chat on the streaming. If you're on your phone, then it's just straight down below on the comment. And if it's on the tablet, then it is down on it would be on the lower right corner of your tablet. If you're on a laptop, I can't help. Very hot and sunny today, Grandpa. I think it's probably reaching about 100 or more, somewhere around there. Oh, yeah. I got it set at about 73 in here, so I'm all right. I don't go outside very often when it's hot. Don't go outside very often when it's cold either. Waiting for more to get on here. What's your weather up to, Grandpa? It's not too humid today. Not here. Yeah, it's so-so, I guess. I guess humidity might be about 40%, maybe smaller. It's not too drastic. Is she an older dog? Oh. Well, she's still practically a pup, but old enough to know the heat. We're getting ready to adopt a kitten probably in a few more months. We're having to save up the deposit and the fee for it. Hardest thing about live streaming when you're just starting out is waiting for people to come. There's a lot of dogs that don't care for cats too much. Hi, whoever you are, let me know who you are. As I was trying to say, if you're on a mobile phone, it's down below. Hi, Judy. Great to see you here. And if you're on a tablet, then it's down in the right-hand corner. And if it's on a laptop or computer, well, I can't help you there. I don't do live stream on laptop and computer. I wouldn't know where the comment section is. Now, Grandpa, as it happens, Judy is also a good friend of this one YouTuber called Synolve. I think that's how she pronounced it. It's Synolve. She has great live streams. Hopefully we'll end up with a pretty good turnout today. I enjoy you being on it. You make great conversation. Well, I'm going to start doing this more often on the weekends. Eventually it'll pick up. I should start getting more viewers and more chatters. You're very welcome, Grandpa. Hi, Giggles. Great to see you on here. I'm doing just great. How are you? Don't have any real subject matter right now. I'm kind of hoping for some people to come up with question or whatever so that we can get into a conversation. Talk a little bit more about the hashtag I am a creator. There's one that I'm looking to be on here, and I'm trying to encourage him to join the group, but he really doesn't understand how it goes. Well, I'm glad you did. Hope you can stay on for a little while. I usually only hold it for about an hour or so. Anyway, I'm trying to explain to this one person how to use the hashtag group. And I mean, it's so simple, but I don't know, I think maybe he expects it to be something more than what it is or something. He had found the hashtag I am a creator YouTube channel, and he said, okay, I went to join but found that there was a lot of them, so which one do I subscribe to? It is simple. And I replied to him. I told him, I said, you replied to, you subscribe to one or all. I said, I'm one of them. Yeah, James is so good with it, and he's getting more in. All right, I've got a fourth one. Who are you? Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, it is so very simple. I wouldn't have even found the group if I hadn't, like, as far as it went for James Cox, I kept seeing it show up, live stream, James Cox, hashtag I am creator, all these people, hashtag I am a creator. And I thought, okay, what is this? So I ran on to James Cox's live stream and I saw all these people supporting one another. Thank you. I did manage to get one person into it, Melanie Hind. Because I was just saying how happy I was to have finally reached 100 subs. And she saw me talking about the hashtag group, and so she checked it out, and now she's sold. She's hooked on it. But her channel has just, it's like exploded with new subs. I don't know who left. I don't know that they even introduced themselves. Looking for some new people to write down so I can go to their channel and support them. Thank you. Reckon Sanove's going to be doing another one tonight, Judy. I hope she does. I love going on her live streams. They're active and there's so much love in it. I'm hoping Melanie joins. She started her week vacation yesterday after work. So, but she said she's got a whole lot of things that she's wanting to do for her channel while she's on vacay. Look forward to seeing to what she puts up. Is there any specific subject that we want to talk about, gang? I reckon I should come up with subject matters when I do these live streams, but basically it's just to get people on here so that we can find new folks to support. Encourage them to join the hashtag group. What kind of weather have you got going on right now, Judy? I've looked through the filters on the Snapchat, and it seems like all of them are changed out all the time. The only thing that seems consistent is the big mouth. Now, I've thought about doing other comedy reliefs. There was one in particular that I was experimenting with the voice because it really made my voice too deep. So I tried to lighten it and it was still too deep. It was crazy, but it didn't last long. So I couldn't have done that one anyway. Could do the ones where I'm a bunny. That's consistent. Does the voice change and everything. It's cute as heck. It gives me the most prettiest face I've ever seen. I tried to talk my husband into doing it. He won't. I said, "You gotta be a big mouth too." He said, "No." He's too backwards to do something like that. So I'm all on my lonesome there. I am thinking about having Big Mouth do other reviews aside from just food and drinks. Yeah, I could. Do like a Snapchat check or something. Who knows? Every new filter, check it out. Do a little short on it. That's a great idea, Grandpa. I just may do that. That'd be a great filler for the channel, too. Yeah, I just may do that. I'll be considering that, how I can do it, when I can do it and stuff. That would be a great idea. I appreciate that. Thank you, Grandpa. Anybody else have ideas? It's always great to have something else going on with the channel. Kind of keep it from becoming dead or something, and brings more people in, because then you've got a variance there of what different people like. That's the one thing with the few things I do on my channel. Everybody's got their different tastes, so they don't have to watch all my videos, just the ones they prefer. No, no, I haven't. Hadn't even heard of it, Grandpa. Oh, cool. Does he do it through Snapchat, or is there another filter he does? Yeah, I like seeing funnies like that. It's like Melanie Hines, she's got her rant, then her kind of big mouth character. Huh. I'll have to check that out. But it's pretty funny. I definitely look forward to checking that out then. Giggles? Judy, you still on here? I've got viewers and no chatters. It's kind of making it empty here. Yeah, I know what you talk about, Grandpa. I know my original thought was to do the Great Walks with me, where I would view the parks and stuff. And at the time I was injured, I had sprung my ankle really bad during the winter, and so I was still more or less housebound. And I wanted to start my YouTube immediately, but I really didn't know what to do with it. So I actually started out with the Snapchat. And it's hard to think of what revenue you want because you're not wanting to repeat somebody else's. You're wanting it to be your own, but you're wanting it to be content that someone wants to watch. I done a vlog where I was trying to bring out to any viewer, have you got ideas? I don't want to do this or this or this because so and so and so and so and so's doing it. But I had so many ideas, but they were already took. So I decided just kind of keep throwing it out there and see what people would watch the most and stick with it once I found it. It's like a lot of people, they do the reviews, they do food reviews, but so far I've seen I'm the only Snapchat character that does them. I've not seen anybody else do it the way I do. So that kind of puts a twist on it. Hello, number 4, whoever you are. Hi, Daphne. Glad you're here. I'm glad she does. And that's the meaning of it. That's my comedy relief for the week. I want to make people laugh. We're talking about having subject matters, Daphne. We're still waiting for you to come up with some videos. Hey, I've got number 5. Who's number 5? I lost number 5. Have you thought of a subject matter to do on it yet, Daphne? Oh. I was hoping that we talked you into it last night. Yeah, shucks. We'll keep working on you. Well, actually, you wouldn't have to be on camera. And there's different things that you can do where you're behind the camera and you really don't have to speak or anything. All right, Judy. You take care. Love you, girl. But yeah, I know some people like they go to parks and other pretty places and they don't say anything. They're just behind the camera. They just show the beauty. So, that's just an idea though, but yeah, I know some people they really don't like being on camera. Yeah. And I mean, even if you don't do a channel of your own, just being able to encourage others to keep at it and not give up. And we need people like that, kind of like a cheerleader on the side. Well, like I was telling Daphne, you can do things where you're behind the camera, don't have to speak or anything. I'm still learning myself. When I do my great walks, I have a tendency to point down toward the ground. And then my mother, who's subscribed to me, and she'll say, "You was pointing down to the ground again." And I gotta remember to kind of keep the camera up and getting the shots of the things I'm looking at so that others can see it too. I'm still learning. I've only been at this since like toward the end of February. There, you found me. Hey, Brian. Oh, shoot. And that's a computer for you, isn't it now? Well, as long as you can, Brian, that's fine. I'm just glad that you finally found me. I would like for you to meet Rogue Exploration. He's got a second channel, 618 Video Productions. And he basically, as Grandpa had said before, he calls himself a urban architecture. So basically all he does, he just checks out these abandoned places and parks and memorials. So go check out his channel. He goes through Rogue Exploration and 618 Video Productions. He's got 2 channels, so check them out. The 618 Video Productions is still new. Yep, the archaeologist. His work is good. It's very good. A lot of his first ones that he done on Rogue, he's silent. He's just behind the camera. Thank you. I worked so hard on it. I've got naturally wavy hair and it does what it wants. Still on here, Brian? He is a great guy. He is. I love Grandpa. And I hope that it at least behaves well enough for you to stay on at least for the last 30 minutes that I've got, which actually is 28 minutes actually. I like to hold these for at least about an hour. That way they don't become too boring. And if I end up with more of a traffic on my live stream, then we'll hold it longer. But for the time being, I think an hour is pretty good. That's pathetic, Grandpa. I don't know how much we pay for ours. I'm not sure. We've got internet only because like the cable didn't really have anything that we liked watching, and the phone was useless since we've got cell phone. Yeah, you are, and it's wonderful. I'm glad that you give a little bit more explanations, Brian. It's great to have a voice behind the channel. But yeah, as I was saying, we go through Spectrum. Well, as long as your phone keeps acting right, or your computer, whatever you're on. Glad to keep you on here. Internet's expensive though, isn't it? You know, something that we like to use. He is awesome. Grandpa's really awesome. I'm already starting to feel like he's my own grandfather. He's a special man to me. Getting to know him more on these live streams. Wow. That is bad. Oh, that's a good price, but if it's not unlimited, I don't know. Unfortunately, where I live, Spectrum, like, they own the monopoly around here, so you really can't get anything else. You're stuck with them. We gotta take what works. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. Well, believe it or not, it's going to take about 3 hours for me to upload this hour-long live stream. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah, areas they vary. As far as it goes, like for Netflix, we don't do Netflix. We've got the Amazon Prime, so we use the Fire Stick. Now, see, that's the one thing about Spectrum. We're paying for the unlimited internet, and so we're able to use the Fire Stick through Amazon, and that does us pretty good. We enjoy that real good. Sure beats cable. I don't know if I would want to go with a GoPro. I'm extremely satisfied using my Apple 7 for my filming. I think it does great filming and it's portable and, well, for the Amazon Prime, we're paying $100 a year for the membership. The Fire Stick was only about $40, and it's ours. I love Sam Elliott now. Now, Ashton Kutcher, I could do without him, but I love Sam Elliott. No, it's not bad. Once you get the Fire Stick, and if it starts to malfunction, they'll replace it for free. Charter does suck. I've gone through Charter. It's just as bad as Spectrum, honestly. And I know of other people who does it like Spectrum. Charter just it was so pathetic. It's just another cable company. That's all it is, just another cable company. They do telephone, cable, and internet. Something similar to AT&T. They took out Turner. Turner, is it? Or Time Warner? Something like that. It'd be interesting to know where everybody else is located. Now, I didn't know that Grandpa was in Maine. That's what it is then. It was Time Warner. Thanks for telling me that, Grandpa, because now I would love to do direct TV. Unfortunately, we can't have Dish or anything. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I know, Grandpa. Another Californian. I am learning of so many people who lives in California. That's all right. I'm pretty good for ciphering. It's very seldom that I'm hung up. I can cipher pretty good. Oh, well, you definitely moved across the states, didn't you, Grandpa? I used to live in Ohio and then Kentucky. So I done some moving across too. Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I was born in Ohio, and at the age of 8, I moved to Kentucky. And then at the age of 42, I moved here to Texas and married my second husband. Boy, you've been around, Grandpa. I know Wisconsin has some pretty rough winters, and I know Illinois does. Ohio suffers pretty greatly from them too. Ohio gets pretty rough, and I lived pretty up north in Ohio. I was probably about 2 hours from Niagara Falls, and yeah, when the winters would hit, it was rough. Yep, good old Mississippi River. And that's one thing that Brian likes to do, Daphne. He does a whole lot of the Illinois area and the St. Louis. All kinds of abandoned places there you wouldn't believe. I had 4 viewers. I don't know where number 4 went. But right now we're hitting around 100 or so. It's good and sunny. We don't get very much rain. We usually get the most rain during the spring. But right now things are like drying up. Matter of fact, we've got some cornfields in the neighboring city, and they're already dying. The people didn't even get to harvest any corn this year. I've been there before where I didn't have transportation. Oh, well, then you kind of got a cool snap going through, because one other person, like last week, said that they had 105. So 93 is decent compared to. But yeah, when I was without transportation, I'd have to bum a ride from my father-in-law or from my brother-in-law. Neither one of them could drive. My father-in-law was too old to drive, and my brother-in-law was too fast. Yeah, that would be so awesome, wouldn't it, Brian? I would love to be in Illinois and explore some of those places that you go to. Seriously. Yeah, I love exploring. I'm a curious George. Unfortunately, I would want to go someplace where it'd be safe and I wouldn't have to worry about getting in trouble for trespassing. And that's the one thing that kind of keeps me from doing those kind of things, because I don't know how strict they are here in Waco about exploring places. Man, I would love to go look at that memorial with the unmarked graves. That one really caught my interest, Brian. I loved that place. I would have loved to have looked at the monuments that did have the names on them. And what about that round tower that he couldn't find a staircase to? Now that makes it rough. Yes. Now, I've not got to meet them yet, but yeah. They actually go to the church that I used to go to, and I've been in their gift shop before at the silos. That place stays so busy you can't even hardly get through it. A couple years ago, they was renovating a house that was close to my in-laws. So I got to see the house slowly get redone. That was kind of cool. You know, any one of them that you want to go to, Brian, you be extra careful. Do you know that Joanna's finally had another baby? I saw it on Twitter. There was a picture of her and her new one. But yeah, Brian, you be sure and be careful on those places that's dangerous and stuff. Don't want you getting hurt or you getting caught by the police again. Yeah. And now I just saw the picture of her holding the baby. I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, but the baby is cute, what I saw. And yeah, Brian, that I'm concerned about you getting killed too. And I don't want you caught by the cops. But yeah, I definitely don't want you killed. There's got to be a staircase somewhere. There's gotta be. I mean, that ramp didn't continue around the building. There's got to be a stair somewhere. Now, that's something I would like to try, metal detecting. I've got a fourth viewer. I'd like to know who you are, if you don't mind. Can you tell me hello? We've got a mystery guest here, guys. Now, what was so difficult about the metal detecting? Good. No, I've not gotten anybody new to support. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get some new people to support on my live stream. Now remember, tomorrow I'm going to be holding it at 4:30. Yeah, I know you will. It's just a matter of where the heck are they? I didn't even see where there was any stairs. That's just odd. Was there maybe a back way to it or something, and maybe the stairs was back there? Now, what's magnet fishing? I never even heard of that. How can you fish with a magnet though? I know that magnets work as great rates, but how does that get any fish? Oh, I'd say that ends up being pretty productive. It'd be my luck I'd end up with garbage. Oh, well, good. So that means that we'll have a part two. I look forward to seeing more about that building. What was it, like an apartment or office or what? Oh, all right. You enjoy that movie. It's a good one. You too, Daphne. It sounds like it'd be pretty interesting. I don't have any place to even try it. We've got a couple rivers here, but I don't know what they'd think about me sticking a magnet in it. It is worth watching again, Daphne. Enjoy your movie. Love you, friend. Oh, I'd say that was pretty neat in the day when it was open. I think the only problem I have about these live streams is I'm a listener. At least in this case, I'm a reader. I'm gonna have to come up with subject matters. Didn't get anybody to talk to you about the hashtag. It didn't give me the creeps. I thought it was cool. I could imagine it being used like another extra bedroom, maybe. Matter of fact, the way that house was set up, the size of it, that'd be just the perfect size for me and my husband. Not too big to keep clean. It's a shame about it falling apart on the outside, though. Yeah, I have too. I don't know if any of yous have ever watched, but there's this one explorer. She went by Tiki Trek, and she went into some really strange places. I'm still yet to backtrack and watch your first ones, Brian. I noticed that both your channels are picking up speed. I think that freaked a lot of people out. It freaked me out after my mother pointed it out to me. I didn't see it. I did not see it. And she said, "Did you see that snake slither by your foot as you was saying bye?" I said, "No." I went back and watched the video again. I didn't even know there was one. Uh, I'm more mindful now where I'm walking. I keep a close look around me. And I didn't think too awful much about snakes here. Now, snakes are real bad in Kentucky, but I didn't think much about them being here. But after that one was close to my foot, after that I keep an eye out more. Oh, wow. Now, I would never consider raising a snake myself. Huh. It's fascinating what you can find when you take a hike, when you go walking. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I don't think I even saw it. Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna keep doing these live streams. I'm gonna make them a regular on the weekends, like I said. And I'm sure that I'll start getting more traffic and then it'll really be good. And like I said, tomorrow at 4:30 Central, so. And then Monday again at 3:30. I'm just going to keep up with them. They're actually fun to do. I didn't realize why people was doing the live streams so much, but they're fun. That's right. You're all right, Brian. Those short little explanation vlogs that you do, they're all right. You're fine. And I appreciate the the confidence. I believe they'll pick up. I do. I believe eventually I'll end up with so many people on my live streams I won't be able to keep up with the chat. I'll just be sitting reading everybody. Shoot, I joined this live stream one night that it was somebody from India, I think, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but she was definitely foreign, and so the way that she was reading the chats is she just reading them off, and I didn't know who was who. I thought, forget it. That's what I try to do. I try to be really fair about it because if someone's good enough to subscribe to me, then I can certainly return the favor. The way it goes right now, I've got over 300 subs. I've subbed to 300 people or more. And I can't keep up with everybody's videos, but at least I'm supporting them somehow. I'm about ready to wrap this up. I'll see you tomorrow, Grandpa. Awesome. How about you, Brian? You think you'll be able to? Yeah, I'll be sure and do that, Brian. I'll hunt it up. I'll find it. You gonna be able to join my live stream tomorrow, Brian? I'd say it is. Now that's where you're brave. Having two channels like that, that's where you're brave. I'd considered doing a second channel just for my big mouth with the one channel, and she's a part of it. That's all I can handle. You gonna be able to join my live stream tomorrow that you know of, Brian? Good, good. You too, Brian. And you too, Grandpa. Love you too. It was great yous being on here. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. It is fun. Glad you was able to join, Brian. Have a great day, buddy. Bye, Grandpa.